You know what's so crazy about this past summer is Saudi Arabia is just one aspect of the transfer madness that we've seen. There's been some pretty eventful moves this past summer. I was just trying to see what your guys' take are on the most craziest or most successful transfer. It might be a little too early to determine that, but just the best transfer in your opinion so far this summer. Not Saudi related.
In my opinion, close to your guys over there, I feel like you guys did some really good transfer business.
Jude, Bellingham. Let's go, baby.
Nah, but I have to say Alexis.
That was a good pickup.
For 35 mil, I feel like that's a steal.
Yeah, picking up a World Cup winner. Yeah.
He's like 24, so he should just be entering his prime. Like, I've watched a lot of him at Brighton and playing for Argentina. I think he's gonna be. He's going to be some player.
So do you see him playing more as like that? It's still early in the season, but Klopp's had him playing a little in that 6 role instead of playing higher up. If he's used correctly,
which is 8 or as a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I second that option. Soboslai, the Hungarian new midfielder, take the number 8, was also a good signing for Liverpool as well. He's played every minute so far in the Prem, and he looks like the real deal.
Yeah, he's got a nice bucket against Chelsea too.
Yeah, that was a nice
volley. Different.
Yeah, that was a classic, solid goal.
So it's nice to see someone do that number 8 justice at Liverpool.
Yeah,
after that whole
and it seems like
Naby Keita thing.
At the beginning of the summer, there was Fabinho, Henderson, Keita all leaving. Firmino as well. You wouldn't have expected that, and then they replaced them, and they even got their defensive midfielder in Gravenberch. So their midfield is now set. So Liverpool, I really think they may be the team that did the best business. They may not have brought in the most amount of players, but they replaced what was needed, and now it's just about watching them, all fit together and gel correctly. So it's exciting.
I'm not gonna lie, Hodgland is my favorite because he's the only glimmer of hope in my season. Just because what I've seen so far is pretty good. It's just Rashford doesn't pass the ball. So
yeah, Rashford's selfish, man. That's great.
I think it's worse. I think he doesn't see it.
Is that worse? It might be worse.
I think the soccer IQ is not all the way where we think it should be for the type of player he is. I saw that take on Twitter, and I was looking through some videos, and I was like, I give him a lot of passes, but there's a lot of things that he just doesn't see, or decisions he makes where it's I don't know. Are you a goal hawk? Are you goal minded, or do you not
at the game against Brighton
know how to impact the game in any other way?
He is real selfish. I don't know if it was just that game, but
I would hope it's selfish.
He's the only one on that team who's going to get you a bucket. So I can't even be that mad at him.
But Hodgland, if he passes the ball,
Hodgland will get some. He looked good.
We pronounced that nigga name 30 different times, 30 different ways. Actually, I watched the video and he said it's Hodgland.
Hoyland? It's not Hoyland?
Hodgland.
The video, he said Hodgland.
All right. So
I don't know. He was in a bar and he's like, you want to know how to say my name?
Do you think Rashford's scared that he can possibly be in Hodgland's shadow? What if he ends up being the next Haaland or something?
Bro, if he's scared because his name rhymes with Haaland, he's soft. And that's not the kind of forward I need on my team.
Where do you think Rashford's best position is? On the
left
left-hand side? Right, so then they should accompany each other very well.
Yeah, but Rashford doesn't pass the ball.
He
cuts in from there.
90 minutes together in over the span of 2 games. So they're still going to be working on that chemistry. And I'm sure Rashford will start to understand the runs that Hoyland makes. Because it's different than the center forward.
He's making regular-ass runs, gang.
Yeah, but it's still different than the runs that, say, Martial.
But you've played soccer forever, bruh.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why people say, bro, you never went to a pickup and just clicked with after 5 minutes?
Yeah, and
you're just moving the ball.
And had trouble playing with certain players.
Because they suck. We're all nice.
I have trouble playing with Val.
Whoa. We make some magic sometimes.
We all know you're selfish. This is young, listen, straight.
What I'm saying is I think over time that relationship will develop, and I think it'll be a strong one. And
I hope so.
I know United's seems like it's the world is falling apart.
It doesn't seem like it.
If you guys want to talk about United,
I think Hodgland.
It doesn't seem like it. It's falling apart.
And Rashford and Garnacho, that'll be a good front line.
I think all the Americans need to leave. Sell the club.
You mean the ownership?
Yeah.
So it does rot from the head down, but they're also not prioritizing things. So I've been thinking about this recently. They replaced David De Gea, and I might be in the minority here, but I don't think they needed to replace De Gea. He wasn't the problem. They replaced him with Onana because that's how Ten Hag wants to play. But the mistakes and the errors are coming from their center back, mostly Harry Maguire,
Bum ass.
and their midfield. So
anyway, back to transfers before I get tired.
So
the important transfers, because no matter how many players you guys get, you probably still not gonna finish in the top 4.
You're not wrong. You know who was a transfer?
They literally tried to buy all of Madrid's team to get good. They got, they got Casemiro. They got Ronaldo.
Bro, Casemiro's on his last leg. He can barely move.
He got holdover this summer.
Yeah.
He gained a little weight, maybe.
I don't know.
No,
But there was one transfer I was excited for that didn't go through. It was just
Who was you excited for? Jude?
No.
He's just rubbing it in, huh?
No, it was Maguire to West Ham. That was like my favorite move. Like one of my friends texted it to me, and I audibly rejoiced.
Oh my god!
And then I saw something that said he would like to be paid, or he's not leaving. And I was the audacity of this bitch.
In all seriousness, do you really think
I hate him?
I know.
It's all his fault.
But like, do you really think he's the reason why you guys aren't succeeding? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. If he leaves,
There's been games where Harry hasn't played a minute.
Yeah, it's still his fault.
How?
His aura,
Why?
his energy, his presence is just a losing presence.
So you think once Harry leaves, like, man, you're just going to the top?
Yeah, immediately.
Like,
We don't even new players.
Stock's about to explode.
We don't even new players, bro.
He
We
knows
just,
that's
it's just
not
if
One
he
bad
gets
apple can rat in the batch.
the entire batch. He's rotten. No.
Yo, Juan, who you got for best transfer?
My best chance
Jude.
is Jude.
He's been saying it for the last 10 minutes. You didn't hear him?
Like, there's no question.
Have you not
about
watched? He might be the best one.
First 5 games, he scored 5
Bro,
goals, and he had an assist
let me hear
too.
you. Come on, you see me? I'm nice. He's loving Spain.
But yeah, I think he's adapting really, really well. I didn't think he was gonna like do this well and be as much of a scorer for Madrid. But losing Benzema, we kind of needed somebody to pick that slack up.
Get goals from the
And
midfield
Vinicius is
away.
injured,
Yeah.
so like, I don't know. Jude is like, I never really watched Jude too much at Dortmund. I mean, I watched a couple of his games, especially when they played against Bayern and stuff.
Don't feel bad. Nobody.
But I
watches
really
that league.
like being a Madrid fan. I really watched a lot of Jude now, and I'm just like, wow, this player is like, he's the one. He's the one. He's
Not the
like
two.
so versatile in every aspect. Like, I don't think this guy has a weakness. He defends. He works hard. He has vision. He's not selfish. He can use his head. Like, he gives it all. Like, I really don't understand. Like, what can this guy not do? You know what I'm saying?
Lose.
He has the potential to be. He definitely has the potential to be one of the, like,
goats.
yeah. I'd
Wow,
say.
that's
Madrid goat?
Praise.
the next greatest English midfielder.
I think he'll be better than Beckham.
Whoa.
Ooh, all right.
Jeez.
Shout out to Jude.
I mean, look how young he is. He's already doing what he's doing. I mean, Beckham was doing it at a young age too, but
So do you
Yeah,
think
but
that
he
he
was more
could carry it
focused on the
internationally too? Then
the
So
spice
you think,
life.
like the England team is just going to center around Jude Bellingham.
well, I think so. To a certain
If they're
extent,
smart.
I think they will. But I also think Jude really proved himself this last World Cup as well too. Every World Cup game that I saw him play, he did very well. Like, that's when I was like, all right, Jude is like, he's really good. Like, I need to see this kid on like a top world class
I think that
team.
if Jude Bellingham was in the England side that lost to Italy, they don't lose that final to Italy. But he wasn't around at that time, so But
How good is Liverpool if they get him in the summer?
it depends if they're able to do all the other business they did. So I don't want to think about the past. We got a nice bright future.
He said, we're gonna skate over that one.
Jude
You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't in the plans.
He wasn't in God's plan for us.
So we look forward. There's no point in looking in the rear view. But I'm happy that Jude's working out for Madrid fans. It's good.
How do you feel about Harry Kane running away from the record?
It shows that he wants to win a title more than actually like getting as much, the most amount of Premier League goals.
Does it show that he's a loser since the first final he played in when he got there they lost?
That's just hard luck.
Is it?
Well, before we talk about H, I do want to say
H? You know him? This is your man's? Oh, okay.
H.
He met him last night.
He said, no, I wore it. You didn't see it today?
No, but
Age is
I think
crazy.
Barcelona also made some pretty good signings, getting both João Cancelo and João Felix in the team.
João
They
season.
played their first game for Barcelona yesterday, and they really seem like very natural fits. You talked about having that chemistry early.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just seem like
I mean,
they
they're-
have that Barca mold, and they just
What?
fit.
They got Gundogan also. Has he been hurt or just not really getting minutes in that midfield?
He's played a decent amount.
Yeah, he's played.
Okay.
He just came off the bench because like I feel like Xavi's like on a like rotation right now. They have like
Figure out his best
and
line.
you got to think about it, Pedri's not even healthy yet.
Oh shoot!
Like they don't even have Pedri back.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy.
Forgot about that.
This has nothing to do with transfers, but I'm really happy for Ferran Torres getting his bucket. I think he's been working really hard, and I think he might have. I mean, Rafinha came in and scored a bucket right after, so I don't know. But
There's a
yeah,
lot
I
of
think
competition in that.
yeah, there's a lot of competition, which is healthy to have. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that.
You need something pushing them.
Yeah, you need someone pushing them, and hopefully there's better things to come for Barca this year, and they don't get knocked out in the first round of Champions League, or don't make it out of the group. They didn't make it out of
That was
the group
kind of
last year.
shady, one.
They haven't had a good chance.
It's almost like it's almost like they're your rivals. Oh my goodness.
Just a little bit. But yeah,
It's
are
good. It's good for the game when.
Speaking
Barcelona
of
are good.
Barca, y'all know where I'm going with this.
Where are you going with this?
Ansu Fati's a right?
Yeah. What's going on with these random ass Premier League teams?
Random ass Premier League teams that just beat.
Yeah, if you told me a year ago,
We are a random ass Premier League team right now.
if you told me a year ago Ansu Fati would be playing for Brighton, I would never believe you. But
I'd have been like, in your career mode, that's tough. That's hard. I feel you.
Tried to sign him last
but
night.
By the way, FC 24 is coming out. Are we copping? I'm so sorry to just drop that in. Is anybody feeling that? Are y'all giving it a run?
I'll probably cop it, play it like
Yeah.
3 times, and throw it in.
No, I'm gonna
in the back of the
I'm gonna
dresser.
grind it.
I think I'm gonna buy it like maybe like a month or two after it comes out,
That's smart.
and then check out the career mode.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered it to get.
Oh, you was on top.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when you used to have to go to GameStop and put $5 physical dollars down to pre-order a game? We're aging
Those
ourselves.
were
If
the
you're young
times.
watching this on TikTok, my bad, yo. We're still cool, I promise. We just old.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, him to Brighton is crazy. I mean, again, best league in the world, right? Followed by Saudi.
But
You're right.
in terms of transfers, I think PSG had a very big window of transfers. They signed Marcos Asensio, they got Colomboani, Aguarte. They had like a bunch of solid signings with Neymar's departure, and who else left?
Ramos, Messi.
Verratti.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm happy for Ramos with his move.
Yeah,
But let's put some
Sevilla.
final touches on
Yeah.
this
But
one.
do you really think PSG are any closer to winning the coveted Champions League?
Watching them play, no.
Nah.
No, I don't think so either.
But they wanted to build something around
Mbappe.
Mbappe,
They got
and they
all
have
the boys.
Dembele, which I
Yeah. No, I think PSG's definitely now has a team that's building long term, and I think
More
they're
cohesive.
and it's honestly building in a way that isn't completely reliant on Mbappe.
yeah.
I think this is a team that
How does he feel about that?
Mbappe leaving within the next 2 years.
But
I think
building,
most of us will see it happening. Now they have Colomboani, Dembele. They got Barcola coming off the bench, and Xavi Simons, who's had a good start to life over at Leipzig.
Xavi Simmons is hilarious.
He's on,
Rodrigo Jones.
So I feel like they're gonna keep loaning him out until Mbappe actually leaves, and then he'll be in there to kind of like replace and complete that front line.
but is long term good enough for PSG? Because I feel like
They've been wanting.
I feel like they want like a Champions League with Mbappe right now, because that'll maybe lead him
Of course,
towards
they're trying
to
for right
stay.
now, but I think they kind of realize that long term is
Do
no
you-
one has like been able to put together a Champions League team in like, you know, everyone's been a long term project. Even Manchester City, when they
Yeah.
first got their investment, it's been like 10 years, more than 10 years to actually get their chip. So I think PSG realized now that the way they've been going is not going to work. Listen, you had the greatest player of all time in your team last year, and
Ronaldo played for him?
How did that turn out?
Do you think it's the lack of competition that they face all year when it's time to get to it? It's just like they haven't faced enough solid comp to really excel, or it's just they're not built for it yet?
I think that's part of the
I think
reason.
that's part of it, but I
Maybe
think
also a
the
mentality
way
thing.
their team is built is like never been as good.
But if you think of some of the defeats that PSG have suffered in the Champions League, it's been blown leads, like 3-0 comebacks.
Not built for the moment.
So, yeah, exactly. Like the players that
6-1
were in those teams.
They lost like 6-1 to Barca.
That may go down to coaching. That's a possibility.
Came back and beat them.
I mean, but that's a
There's lot
really
of
good team,
scenarios
though.
where
Like you
PSG just couldn't get it done in the Champions League.
got to give them a pass there.
It's a small club, you know. So
Oh, and I want to shout. I feel like a lot of American national team players made some good moves this summer.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pulisic over in Milan now.
Yeah,
I
they
think
got
that's-
two.
I think that's
Juventus got Timothy Way.
I think that's a very good signing.
Yeah, to Milan, right?
Yeah, and
Facts.
Chikwueze also to AC Milan. I think that's a good
Milan
signing.
did good business.
They're really
Yeah.
developing like a Champions League. I mean, they're in Champions League, but they're really
Yeah,
developing
they're
a
putting something
squad
nice together.
to like go hopefully pretty far in Champions League. So
Yeah, I want to see Pulisic really fulfill his potential because there was a lot of hype for his Chelsea career, which unfortunately didn't pan out the way that most Americans wanted it to.
I'm glad you made that caveat. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people are like, we'll see, but like we're not like, oh, he's gonna be nice or oh, he's gonna suck. It's just
Pandemic
like we'll see.
Pulisic was fire though.
That's like playoff
He
P.
was cooking.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
like, he's good. He really is. He's going to be the best American player when his career is
yeah,
done. But
if Pulisic could play like he plays in the USA national team,
Who's the best
like,
American player now? Isn't Landon Donovan like second all time in the world for assists, or is it first?
no, he's tied.
in the world?
That's
first?
crazy, game for national
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
teams.
for the USA.
No, for world, for everyone that plays national football, he got the second most assists. Is that not crazy?
Yeah.
Look this shit up, bro. I was taken aback as well.
He's severely underrated because of how much time he spent in the MLS.
No, it's because he's American. He could have played in
I don't
wherever
care.
forever.
I
He's
don't-
never gonna.
I do
He's
not
good
care
enough
if that's
to
the
play.
truth. I don't think he's severely overrated at all.
Oh well, that's a statement to make.
Oh, I mean, I don't think he's severely underrated at all.
Really?
No, not
What do
at
you think?
all.
He's properly rated? Overrated?
Oh wait, is here it says Landon is tied with Neymar 58. It
Yeah,
says-
but Neymar just tied that last week. They were saying I found this out because they're like, "Yo, Neymar could tie Landon this game," and I'm like, "Tie Landon at
that's
what?"
crazy.
And then
I was really sleeping on Landon then.
bro. I mean, we were young, Tar.
weren't.
To be
You weren't.
Yo,
You're not.
this guy. Is it because he's balding? You don't like balding players?
I think because half of those assists came against Grenada. like,
Yo,
Oh, yeah, they were
yo,
playing
shout out to my Grenadians, bro. Don't do that, bro.
They were playing teams like
Dude.
who Spain played against this past week and won 7-0.
Landon Donovan
dragging
was
it.
like.
That was so tight.
They play
Landon
Qatar.
Donovan was a serviceable player, but like
Serviceable is crazy.
He did our service.
serviceable at like a high level. Like he was like a Premier League player, but like
was.
an
He had that
average
caliber.
Premier League.
You just
player.
called him a plug and play, bro.
He never got a chance to prove himself longer, and I think that's
What?
why a lot of that criticism is fair
He never got a chance to do what?
to play in the Premier League. Like it was a personal choice, but he wasn't. living up to
There you
Everton.
go. Never got the chance and never took the chance.
Well, he did play out on loan, and he did well for Everton for a handful of
Yeah.
games.
Loan is I'm gonna dip my toe because I might be scared that I'm not good enough.
You're right. Maybe
That's what happened
there
to
was
him at
some other-
Bayern.
He was younger at Bayern, much younger. But yeah, he did try when he was young.
You are just shopping in the please store this pod. Copping please, boy. This is crazy.
I'm just
You
saying.
never
that
usually cop
Landon
pleas
Donovan
like
being
this.
tied is a surprise. Yeah.
Landan Dani.
But
Shout out to him and Mia Hamm, I guess. But I didn't care how that became the American segment, but that was a good transfer window.
Yeah.
We'll revisit this in the
Speaking-
winter and see
if
how it
anything
went.
else has changed. Will Chelsea spend another $1 billion?
Will we spend another nothing to do nothing?
Yeah.
We'll see.